My first time in Rome, it was an amazing experience. I'd never been to Italy until late in life, and I was about 49 when I went. And I was there for a week. And I tell you, I did not sleep but 2 hours every night. I was so excited. It was so amazing. The Italians, the Romans were so welcoming and wonderful. I remember walking into a restaurant at one point, and it was about 1 in the morning, and I walked in, and there was a group of Italians sitting there, a very long table, and they were having dinner, but they were singing. And I walked in, and I stopped, and I was listening, and it was just me and them in the restaurant. It was so late, and the guy at the end of the table got up and came over and in a little bit of broken English said, well, "We'll sing you a song. What would you like to hear?" And I said, the only thing I could think of at the time was Volare. So I said, Volare. So they started singing Volare to me. They all stood up and they sang Volare. They put their arms around me and we're singing Volare, and tears were running down my face. I was so touched and moved by this incredible warmth of the Italians. So that's Rome. That's what it's like. So I thought you might like to hear a little story about Rome. I'll tell you more about Rome, and Venice, and Florence, and Paris, and London on another review, but there's a little bit of Rome for you. Cheers, or as they say in Italy, cin cin.
Penso che un sogno così non ritorni mai più. Mi dipingevo le mani e la faccia di blu. Poi d'improvviso venivo dal vento rapito e incominciavo a volare nel cielo infinito. Volare. Oh.
This is Lanier Smith from Sense Memory, and today let's talk about Rome. First, it's Friday night, time for my martini. A classic dry martini, 3 parts vodka, 1 part vermouth, shaken, not stirred, and 2 olives. Beautiful. So tonight we're going to talk about a very interesting fragrance that is not, as far as I know, very well known in the community. It's from Italy. It is by the men's design house, clothing design house of Paul Zileri. Paul Zileri was founded in 1970, and it is all about classicism and modernity. They're known for their classic lines, elegance, energy, and vitality. In the 80s, they partnered with Sopriani, Veri, Fusco, Crizia, and Moschino. And with these companies, they became the producers. They became in charge of the manufacture of those clothing lines and their distribution throughout the world. And today, they're still producing their own beautiful clothing line and also producing for those other companies I mentioned before. Now, this particular house has 14 fragrances, all for men, including their collezione privata. Everyone has a private collection, it seems, these days, and so does Paul Zileri. The particular fragrance I'm going to review tonight is Paul Zileri, and it is their Sartorial. I would say this is just a classic Italian design. It's just so clean and elegant and modern, and yet reminiscent of a column or a Roman capital, but very abstract, of course. This particular fragrance is a woody aromatic, and it has the properties of being very woody, green, a bit balsamic, and slightly powdery. Now, the top notes are green apple and grapefruit. The mid notes are sandalwood, amber, musk, oak moss, and vetiver. And the bottom notes are violet leaf, lily of the valley, and Bulgarian rose. Now, have you noticed that the mid notes are usually notes that you find in a bottom of perfumes and colognes? So the bottom notes are usually the woodies and the ambers and the oak moss, especially oak moss and vetiver. But in this case, they flipped it and put flowery notes at the very bottom: the violet leaf, the lily of the valley, and the Bulgarian rose. So how does it wear? It has a really bright, sparkling opening with that green apple and that grapefruit, but they don't last that long. They tend to move quite quickly into a really woody, rich sandalwood, burnished by this wonderful amber. And the vetiver is very subtle, not biting at all, not a particular kind of, like for instance in Chanel's Sycamore, it's very sharp. The vetiver is very sharp and green and almost bitter. But here, mixed with that sandalwood and the amber, it's tamed a bit. Let's put it that way. It's tamed a bit. The rose and the lily of the valley and the Bulgarian, and the violet leaf, they come to play very late in the game and are very, very subtle. So consequently, it is very light on the sillage, and I would say that it lasts maybe between 6 and 8 hours. It's a great masculine scent that I think that a woman could wear too, because it's really just reeks of elegance. And I have to say that in Italy, fashion is you have your Armani and your Brioni, and they are elegant and sophisticated, but there's always a sense of humor, especially in the way the Italians wear their clothes. They really have a real sense of style, but joy in the style, in their particular style, and the way they walk down the street in their beautiful clothes, and the passeggiata in the evening, about 5 o'clock in the evening in Rome or in any city in Italy. There's a street in Rome, it's the Via del Corso, which is a straight long road that goes from the Piazza Venezia to the Piazza del Popolo, and they close the street off and everyone walks for a couple of hours, and it's a time to flirt, a time to just get out and take the air, and it's really a wonderful thing. Well, that's when you see a lot of great clothes. The Italians just love fashion. They really know how to wear it, how to make it, and it's quite exciting. So I would say that Zileri Sartorial is an excellent choice for a formal event or your passeggiata in the evening, if you would like to try that. It really is a good, a fun thing to do. We all need to get out of the house and walk more. Anyway, I recommend it. It's not well known in the community as far as I know, and this house needs to be explored more by everyone. So this is Lanier Smith from Sense Memory saying, remember, wear what you love and not what they say you should like. Ciao.